Hello everyone, my name is Monica and welcome to my new channel, Creative Vixen. I am new to YouTube. I will be doing DIY using Dollar Tree products. I'll be doing Halloween decor. Also, I just wanted to say that in upcoming videos I will be doing DIYs consisting of Dollar Tree products and DIYs that don't consist of Dollar Tree products. I hope my video sounds and looks, better than what I think it sounds and looks, but if it doesn't, bear with me. I shall be, getting new equipment later in the future. First of all, I wanted to also show you guys exactly what we will be making today. Hopefully you guys can see. This DIY is also consists of recycled materials. We will be using black glittered branch, which I purchased this last year at Dollar Tree. I don't think they have them this year. I haven't seen any. Also, I'll be using black roses, and I'll be using mums off of Dollar Tree. Also, I'll be using Spanish moss. And also, well, these skeletons I have gotten from Walmart last year, but this year Dollar Tree is also carrying them, so you can also get them from Dollar Tree, but those are from Walmart. Also, I'll be using some jute twine, and also I'll be using some diamond wrap that I got from the Dollar Tree, and this black and white ribbon that I got from Walmart a few months ago. Also, the paint tray to mix a little bit of paint when we paint the little wooden fence that's going to go on the can. Now, these are little mini popsicle sticks. I cut them into an angle to start shaping like a fence around the can. I did two-tone coloring, which I will show you how to do that. Also, of course, you need your hot glue gun and your glue. And also you will need some of the clear crystal gems, and also black paint and gray paint. Also, what's this one? Sparkling champagne, along with some white acrylic paint. Also, we'll be using pumpkin, which we only need one for this DIY. And we shall be using some foam, which you can purchase at a store, or maybe you can get from a box, like when you first buy a TV or something, has that extra foam. Like, why throw it away when you can just recycle it, using the project. Also, I'll be using some white berries that I have a few bushes, but this was like from last year Christmas. I'll be using some of those in the DIY. And of course, your normal scissors, and I think that's about it. So let's get started. Let me just adjust this camera. Oh, and one more thing before I forget. Also, I'll be using this ribbon. Now, this ribbon I got last year from Dollar Tree. I don't think I've seen it this year, but this is like one of my favorite ribbons that they had last year. Just the print is like really nice. So let me just adjust this so we can get started. The first thing that we may want to do, hopefully you guys can see pretty well. It's a mess on my table. First thing that we would want to do is grab the can, and we're gonna, well, I'm gonna show you guys, like at first you're just gonna cut one of the little popsicle sticks on the top, like into an angle, like a sharp angle, you know, like a fence. And then afterwards you'll be painting it in black. And after you're done painting it in black, you'll be adding some mixed gray with the champagne color, sparkling champagne onto it. So I'm just gonna show you, at least with one, where is my rag? Okay. So of course, you know, I have a cup of water here to wet and clean my paintbrush. So in my paint tray, I'll be adding some black paint. Just a little bit, because it's only like one that I'm actually doing, because I pre-did the rest, because if not, I would have took forever in this video painting all these little sticks. It's a process. Gotta cut, gotta paint 2 different colors, and then wipe down a little bit to smear. So we'll paint this one. Paint the sides. Let that one dry a bit before I can finish the end of it. So I already have one right here that's already painted black. So we're gonna go ahead and mix a little bit of gray and sparkling champagne. So put a little bit of gray and some of the sparkling champagne in it. Give it a good mix around. Now mind you, with this same mix of paint, I'll be painting the pumpkin, even though the pumpkin's gonna get wrapped up in some of the skeleton ribbon. I just didn't want the orange to show through the material. Just add another drop of this. Trying to get it the right color and shimmer. Okay, this is a lot right here. So we'll paint on top. Then we'll grab a rag, let it sit for a second. And then wipe off a bit. Wipe off not all of it, but pretty much as you can to fade it in, so that way it looks like a cobby faded you know, spooky dark looking fence. You know, like stained, you know, old. So then there you have it, you know, faded. Has a little, it's like a grayish. You can see some of the black in between, I guess. So as the last wooden stick dries, I'm gonna continue. So now we'll take our can and we're gonna start hot gluing the little wood fence off sticks one by one. So it's gonna take a little bit, but bear with me. And you're gonna wanna put it above the rim before you hit all the way to the bottom, because it has like this like this lump, like you won't put it all the way down here because this kind of sticks out, but you'll put it like above. And we'll continue like that all the way around. Also, I forgot to mention, we will also be using wood letters. Wood letters to write, you know, trick or treat or happy Halloween or boo, things like that. Different, you know, words. I mean, the last project I did, which was like this, said boo. I just might do this one saying spooky. Okay, so there you have it for the fence around the can. So you can see. Okay, now I'm gonna grab the jute twine and I'm just gonna wrap it around the bottom edge around here just to cover up this space. And also it kind of reminds me like a fence over a little bit of dirt, like in a yard, or maybe like some dry grass or something. Yeah. So we're gonna start. I tell you, glue just gets everywhere. It's so annoying. Yeah, we're just gonna start it at this point. Just put some glue right under the fence, and just glue the jute twine right against it. And I'm gonna end it right there, giving it about 2.5 rows. I mean, it's in a circle. It kind of goes a certain way around. And chop up some of these little hairs. Okay, so there you have it. Have the fence, and you have the jute twine, which to me, like I said, is like dry grass or dirt, like under a fence. And then we're gonna go ahead and start working on putting black polka dot ribbon around the top of here. I chose the polka dot black and white because to me it went well with the whole decor, and black and white polka dot is my favorite. So we're gonna start at some point back here. You want to make sure where it's at the top edge, the ribbon going down, so it covers like the top edge. You don't want it to be like under the bumpy row. You want it to be like right on it. Glue sticks can be kind of messy. Sticks all over your fingers and all over everything whatever you're doing. And you also have to be careful when you're using the glue gun that you don't get burned, because this can actually, if glue, you know how glue stays on gets on your hands or something, it can actually take your skin out. It's happened to me a few times already, and it really hurts. Leave the last piece there. So then, so far you have the jute twine here, you have your little fence, and you have the black and white polka dot ribbon along the edge. And the next step would be adding the foam. Yeah, we're actually gonna have to cut some foam down. I'm actually going to use this knife to cut a piece of my foam. Now, this foam I actually got from a product that I ordered online, and I figured, why throw the foam when I could use it on products? Makes sense. And then obviously, since this was from a previous piece of foam that I had cut off for one that I made just like this, so I'll just measure. Oop. Everything's flying everywhere. And then also I'm just going to chop off the corners, because if not, it's not going to fit in the can. The spaces that are showing, because obviously you will be using some Spanish moss to cover everything around. So now we're going to start placing some of the flowers in. So I'm going to take the black roses . I'm actually not using this spider. It's gonna come out. It's where the black spider was. That's where the skull is gonna be. Okay. Well, one of my roses are acting up, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of that. Yeah, this rose was like starting to come apart. Okay, so you want to leave two sides where the spiders come in. Instead of having spiders, you're going to have skulls on there. So I'm going to take my skulls, and obviously it doesn't come with a hole in it, so you're going to have to make it with a knife or something. But I advise that you be careful when you do make the hole inside the skull, that you don't get cut with a knife or anything like that. So you want to be extra careful. So what I'll do is right under the jaw or something, I'll just start kind of like carving, twisting around. Just until I get the desired opening inside the skull here. Enough space where I can just put the skull on top of the stem of the black roses. Then I clear it up. And it just needs a little more. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but you have the hole can be that big. That's enough to put in the stem. But before you put the stem in, you actually would like to, well, first I'm going to open these guys up. just put glue inside the hole that you just made in the skull. Have the black roses with the skulls instead of the spiders, which actually I like the skulls better. So now, I mean, I have some paper on this thing that I'm getting rid of. Sometimes some of the stickers, the tags get stuck on the stems of the floral. So I'm just scraping it with a knife and my nails just to get it cleaned up. It's a little annoying. So then now we're going to find our desired spot where we would like to. It's always like a favorite section in a project. Like one side is the front, one side is the back. So to me, let's see, this side is my front. This side is my front right here. So I'm just going to stick this one straight in the middle with the pumpkins facing, I mean not the pumpkins, the skulls facing forward. But obviously before I even start doing all that, put glue inside and then press down. And move the flowers around in the way that you like. So next, we will be grabbing, let's see, an actual empty stem with just the black, without the black roses. So you take another rose bush. If you're not going to use the roses, you can use, or like me, I've used black roses in a prior DIY, and I never throw away the stems because I always end up using them for other things. So with these stems, what I'm actually going to do is take a few mums, and we have here like 3, 4, 5 stems. So I'm going to take out 5 mums. And I'm just going to place the mums here in place of where the rose. I had a small teeny skull that was like an extra that tied up this bag, and I put it in one of the middle roses from the other arrangement that I made, but apparently I don't have a second one, so I don't know if I just leave the front rows blank or maybe put something else in there. So far this is what it's looking like. And now we come to the glitter branch, which is the next floral to be put in place. So we're actually going to place it behind the rest of the bunch. always put glue down before you put in the stem. That way it'll, you know, dry fast and glue down. And then so far, getting there little by little. Still have some pieces of foam flying around. Now for the skeleton eyes, as you can see, the skeletons don't have eyes. So I want to bring them out by putting some of the clear gems in them, which I think they look pretty cute. I think the eyes look a little more evil when I put them in. Add a little bead of glue and just stick them in there. And if you can see their eyes, you can see the clear gems. Stands out a little more. I like them. So that's why it's sticking out. And for the next step, I'm going to start putting in some of the moss inside. But yeah, for the skeleton eyes, as you can see, I used some of the clear crystal gems to put one each. This is like medium size. So now we're going to start putting some of the moss in. So as you can see, guys, the inside is perfectly covered with moss. I like to put a lot because I like things to be nice and covered and looking nice. Okay, next I would be doing a bow in the front of the can of basically the vase, because that's what I'm using the can for, a floral vase Halloween. So I'm going to take my jute twine and make a bow out of it. So usually I just put the end of the twine like on my third finger and just hold it at the middle finger with my thumb and just wrap it around. Wrap it around at least like 3 to 4 times. So what I like to do is just glue that piece of the jute twine there and just hold it down. And just cut a little bit off so the legs will be even. And then take a piece of the diamond wrap and just wrap a little bit around it in the middle. Just trying to get some of the rope all together. And so far, this is your bow in the front. So as you can see, it's coming together little by little. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see the Yeah, you guys can probably see the clear gems on there on some of the roses and leaf petals. You don't want to put too much, you just want to put a little bit scattered. So next we're going to be, we're going to be dressing up our pumpkin. Now, I think, like I said earlier, even though the pumpkin's going to get covered, I actually wanted to paint it the gray mixed sparkling champagne color, because I really don't want the orange to be seen through the material. I could just put the stem back in and just paint it. That way I'm able to pick it up, as you can see. Well, while this pumpkin dries, we're actually going to do something else until it does. We are going to paint the letters. Now, I don't know how many letters I have, like, to make boo. I just might make spooky or maybe have the word treat. I'm only going to paint the front of the letter because that's the only thing you'll be seeing. The back will be glued onto the fence. Now as our letters begin to dry, we shall glue them onto the fence in front of the floral. There you have it. Well, I chose trick because those are the wood letters I had left to make a word for Halloween. The same last project says boo, and this one is trick. Now next is back to the pumpkin. We're actually going to cut a strip of, you don't have to necessarily use this type of ribbon that I have, but you may want to use a different type of ribbon than you like. And we're just going to cut off a few inches of ribbon, maybe about like 4 to 5 inches. And then what you'll do is, so it doesn't look crazy, I actually trimmed the wiring from the side. So then we're going to put a little bit in the middle and just stick it down under the middle of the pumpkin. Stick it down. Alright, now for the last step would be the twine flowers, which that's going to take a little bit of time. If I can find my twine, I think that fell. Oh no, here it goes. So you're gonna wanna try to make it like a loop, attach like a loop, and just glue the end right there. And then just glue that end right there together. And then you're gonna make another one. Like if they were bunny ears. And then just glue in between right there so it'll stick. Then of course I glue a little bit in the middle between both petals, only because I don't want it to like spread too wide apart. Okay guys, as you can see, this is the whole outcome to it. This is the top. And the bottom. This was the first one I made. This one says boo and this one says trick. Well everyone, that's it for today. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up or leave a comment below. Or also hit the subscribe button for any future upcoming videos that YouTube will notify you when I'm uploading. Bye.